Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's give it up for Joey Clark.
Thank you, everyone. It's so good to see. Thank you all for coming at the spur of the moment for this very last-minute addition to your social calendars. I really appreciate you coming. When I left, I thought to myself, when I left DC to come here, I thought to myself, I bet I'll be asked to perform, so I'll just throw a couple shows in my bag and see which one feels right. And if Kristen asks me to perform, I'll have several options. And so I was thinking about Mac, actually, at the moment where I decided to do Sinatra, because Mac loves Sinatra, and he had just popped into my head, and unbeknownst to me, today's his birthday. We're gonna sing a little happy birthday to start off. So happy 92nd birthday to Mac. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mac. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, of course. I'd ask you to make a speech, but we don't have enough time for that. So, Sinatra, I was thinking it would be really nice if I had a cocktail, because really to sing Sinatra well, you need a cocktail. I just looked up what was Sinatra's favorite cocktail. It was a rusty nail. Oh. Do you know what a rusty nail is? That was the name of the bar that my grandfather used to go to quite a bit, actually. The Rusty Nail. It's made out of two things, scotch and drambuie. Oh, Mary Jo wants one. Great. So if anyone wants to pour me a scotch, that would be great. Here we go. This is just a bunch of different Sinatra songs. Gosh, he had so many. I could go on for hours with just the songs that he sang. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's float down in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say the words and we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. Take all of me. Can't you see I'm no good without to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Thank you. The wonderful thing about Sinatra was that he was really so smart in how he crafted all of the words and the rhythms that came out of his mouth. He was able to sing everything so specific and different. Every time he'd go back around to sing a chorus again, he would change the way he sang it. He never sang the same sentence the same way twice. He was so smart in how he would come in just a little bit later, or start just a little bit earlier, or change one note and go and take it up, or take another note down, or change a word, right? He was just such a craftsperson. The only other person who really rivaled him in that was Peggy Lee, actually. Peggy Lee was called the female Sinatra. And Sinatra knew it. Peggy had, Frank had a lot of praise for Peggy over the years because she was just as good as he was. This song, and like many of the songs he sang, was written, way earlier, and then he would take it and make it a hit again. This song was first written in 1919. After you've gone and left me crying, after you've gone, there's no denying. You'll feel blue, you'll feel sad, you'll miss the dearest pal you ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it, there'll come a time when you'll regret it someday. When you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you'll want me only after you've gone away. After I'm gone, after we break up, after I'm gone, you're gonna wake up. You will find you were blind to let somebody come along and change your mind. After the years we've been together, through joy and tears and all kinds of weather, someday, blue and downhearted, you long to be with me right back where you started. After I'm gone, after I'm gone away. Yes. Who is in the Rat Pack? Oh gosh. Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. I always forget the other one. Peter Lawford? Lawford. Peter Lawford. Is that all? 1, 2, 3. And Joey Bishop. Thank you. Joey Bishop. Good that we have an expert in the room. Awesome. Joey Bishop. Peter Lawford. Yes. Frank, Sammy, Dean. Right? Good. Okay. Yeah. And the honorary member was Paul Anka. They called Paul Anka the boy. But he was like the protege, yeah. Sinatra was also really good at taking old songs that were pretty good before and then turning them into giant classics. So this is one of those songs that was nominated for awards when it was first written, but when he sang it, it became another huge hit. It's also from a musical. And when Frank and people like him sang these songs from musicals, the songs became popular outside of the shows. This is from the musical Roberta. How many of you have seen Roberta? Oh, 3 of you. That's 3 more than every other concert I've given. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights the star, the dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. When all the things you are mine. Thank you. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller than the tallest tree is, that's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is, that's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good or lean years and for all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool could say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the way. So if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the way. Thank you. From the musical Kismet. Oh, he also did this quite a lot. He said, oh, that song was written for a woman? That's okay, I can sing it too. And he would change a few words, but everyone wanted him to sing their songs, so they were thrilled. Baubles, bangles, hear how they jing-a-ling-a. Bubbles, bangles, bright shiny beads, sparkles, spangles, her heart will sing, sing-a-ling-a. Wearing bubbles, bangles, and beads, she'll glitter and gleam so.
bubbles, bangles, bright shiny beads, sparkle spangles. Her heart will sing, sing-a-ling-a, wearing bubbles, bangles and beads. She'll glitter and gleam, so make somebody dream, so that someday he may buy you a ring-a-ling-a. I've heard that's where it leads, wearing bubbles, bangles, and beads. Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago. Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday couldn't shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just gotta say, they do things they don't do on Broadway. They have the time of their life. I saw a man, he danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago, my hometown. My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of razzmatazz, and it has all that jazz. And each time I roam, Chicago is calling me home. Chicago is one town that won't let you down. It's my kind of town. This is my kind of town. Chicago is my kind of town. Chicago is my kind of people too. People who smile at you, and each time I roam, Chicago is calling me home. Chicago is the Wrigley Building. Chicago is the Windy City. Chicago is the Union Stockyards. Chicago is Comiskey Ballpark. Chicago is one town that won't let you down. It's my kind of town. I think this is maybe my favorite Sinatra song. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting. Something in your smile was so exciting. Something in my heart told me I must have you. when we said our first hello, little did we know love was such a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. Ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Thank you. I don't have that with me, I don't think. At the end, it's on my computer, yeah. This next song, he came out with a whole series of duet albums in the 80s. And I'm pretty sure he was the very first person to come up with this idea, and it really worked to bolster his career as he was getting older. To do these duet albums where every track was a duet with a different artist, another professional artist in the field who he admired. This song he sang with Liza Minnelli. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life is a beautiful thing, as long as I hold the string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let it go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life's a beautiful thing, as long as I hold the string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let it go. I got the world on a string and I'm sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, man, this is the life. Hey now, I'm so in love. That ending is like pretty infamous with his version of the song.
actually, all of these arrangements were gotten by the same guy, Nelson Riddle. Nelson Riddle was the man behind all of the magic of Sinatra. I do not think Sinatra would have been nearly as successful if he had not found Nelson Riddle. Nelson Riddle was an amazing arranger. He also arranged for Peggy Lee and for Dean Martin, and there was like a whole list, 60 people that used his arrangements because they were so brilliant, and he never got the credit he deserved in his lifetime. He would be 105 this year, Nelson Riddle. But gosh, just an amazing man who wrote all the orchestrations out for all those Sinatra songs. And Sinatra used to conduct his own orchestra, and then his son took over, and his son was a conductor of his orchestra in his later days. So Sinatra knew quite a lot about the music that was happening behind him.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Nelson Riddle wrote that arrangement. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never would go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of that warning voice that comes through the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I Yes, I've got you under my skin, 'cause I've got you under my skin. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread, and so I come to you, my love, my heart above my head. So I see the danger there. If there's a chance for me, then I don't care. Fools rush in where wise men never go, but wise men never fall in love. So how are they to know? When we met, I felt my life begin. So open up your heart and let this fool rush in. Fools rush in where wise men never go. Wise men never fall in love. So how are they to know? When we met, I felt my life begin. So open up your heart and let this fool rush in. Thank you. Please join me in singing love and marriage, love and marriage go together like horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. And marriage, love and marriage, it's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other.
So in the late 60s, Sinatra was suffering some issues because music had gone in a very different direction with the British invasion and everything that followed. The end of Motown into this new era of electronic music that was happening. And of course, times were changing with Vietnam, with the civil rights protests. And so he felt very out of the mainstream and he needed a comeback. And so he asked his dear friend, Paul Anka, to write him a song. So Paul stole a song from the French and wrote words in English. And this is the song that Paul presented to Frank. And it worked. It was his comeback song, and his career once again was nice and strong. It worked so much that Elvis also stole the song and used it as his comeback song a couple years later. And it worked for Elvis too. And maybe it will be all of your comeback songs. And I'd like to dedicate it actually to a man we all wish would come back, I'm sure. And that's Gerry Quinn. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each chartered course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was
out. I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. All right, just a few more. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind when you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you'll have a head start if you are among the very young at heart. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual the moment that you speak. I wanna go and play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget nights. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young. A wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so, you make me feel so, you make me feel so young.
I do feel so young when I'm here, and it's not just because you're all older than me. But you do make me feel so young, in the spiritual sense. And the music always makes us feel younger. So if you're having a hard day, turn on the radio, not the news. Don't turn on the news. That won't help. All right, last song, and I gotta do it. This is my hometown. Feel free to do a kick line. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes, they are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in that city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues, they are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
right?